Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and as I prepare for my big overlanding trip this summer, one of the things I want to spend a moment thinking about is what kind of jack I will be bringing. And right now, this is where I'm leaning, and I've always had really good luck with this thing. This is a 6-ton SafeJack. I actually stuck that other sticker on here. Usually I throw stickers away, but anyway, what this thing does, to me, has a lot more capabilities than a high-lift jack for the kind of vehicle I'm driving and the kind of situations I might get into. High lifts are great. I do have one. They're very dangerous. You need to know how to use one before you split your head open, but they also don't work in a lot of situations. Obviously, if you have metal bumpers and you're bogged down, say, axle deep in the muck, and you've got a support, yeah, you might be able to lift up the vehicle, whereas something like this is just going to punch its way down through the muck and go further towards the center of the earth. But most of the time, that's not why I need a jack. That's where I'd use traction pads or a winch or a dynamic recovery rope or recovery strap, something like that. What is this for? This is for lifting the vehicle high-centered. This is for changing tires, and I can use it as a spacer if I need to bend something back. You can even use them as levelers, to raise an axle and then prop the tire with something if you're in a position, camping. Anyway, what I've got is a 6-ton SafeJack and some accessories. The SafeJack, their claim to fame, they use, this is an Omega Lift jack. You can see it's number 165B. It's a 6-ton bottle jack that SafeJack markets. It's one of the best on the market. That's why they went with it. But then they have this collar here. This collar is a kind of a special shaped piece of, or set of plastic wraps for the piston on this jack, and it's designed to fit the SafeJack accessories. The reason they did this was because there was no kind of industry standard or uniform size here, so designing different accessories for your jack required either custom making the accessories, having a lot of play, dangerous play, or what SafeJack did, just grab a hold of the system and build it out. And that's what I really like about this. So this alone, especially on a lifted pickup truck, is not going to go very far. So first of all, we've got to have some sort of ability to raise the connection, and this is one. I can use this individually, or I can stack this and drop the pin in, and you can see now I've got another foot of reach that I can insert onto this. I also have a shorter one, and I can use combinations. Once I have the connection, I can choose what platform I want. I've got a flat platform. This is good if you don't want to, risk punching a hole into something. This is a, say, axle grabbing tray here. This is the one that I prefer. It's a little bit larger. It easily fits on. In fact, when I go, I'll probably just have this one. I'll have my extensions. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. I haven't decided, what I would do with it. This is the one you would use if you were trying to bend out a bumper maybe, and you had to, push this against a tire, or definitely need the riser because I have a lifted truck, and the truck actually, this just slides right under it. It doesn't get anywhere near it. This does extend quite a ways, but for security, you don't want to be at the absolute edges of what your jack is capable of. Uses a standard small handle. I can sometimes just use this, and that's plenty because of the way this works. This allows you to reach a little further under your vehicle. But definitely need the extensions, depending on what you're going to try to grab. And then this is probably the most used. This small one, smaller cars, but I can easily get something in here. This almost behaves like the flat part if I don't need these edges to hold on to the axle to keep it from rolling off. For a support, I made this. Just got a couple of pieces of plywood and glued them together under pressure. This particular thing was designed specifically to fit in my little SafeJack bag. This came with it, and at first I thought, well, it's just a cheap bag, I don't really need it, I'll get a different one. But it turns out that this profile here on the edge is actually really important, because a lot of the bags close in, you know, in this size, close in a lot tighter here. They don't roll around on the edges. So I designed this to fit down inside there. That's where the size came from. And then this gives me a more sturdy platform when I'm on rocks, or if you know, I'm on softer material, dirt, etc., that there's a chance I might just push the jack down as much as up. But anyway, SafeJacks, they're not inexpensive, especially with the accessories. But to me, it's a critical item that there is a close to 100% chance I'm going to use it, versus a lot of other tools. There is a less than 100% chance. Some of them quite a bit less. So that's why I don't carry an extra cylinder head or something, because there's no way I'm going to use it. Not where I'm going, not what I'm doing. But there's a good chance I will use something like this. Anyway, thought you should be aware of these. I did do a video on this a long time ago on the SafeJacks. And I've since added to my accessories and continued to use it, and really feel that the SafeJack is an outstanding choice, and way better than what comes with the vehicles when you buy them. In fact, some of them don't even work. You put a bigger tire on your truck, and you might not even be able to get your jack to reach the axle to raise it, or any part of the truck. Without stacking a bunch of rocks or piling stuff under it, and then you have to bring all that. So that's why I use this. And with that, Doc out.